Death comes unexpectedly. And the God Jehovah will execute his vengeance on ye who despise his dying love and trample his benefits underfoot. The unconverted soul, the foolish children of man, do miserably delude themselves in the false confidence of their own strength and wisdom. Now the great King of heaven and earth will abolish and annihilate this pride, will crush the hardened wretch of the polluted, infinite abomination, and rain on him a deluge of fire and brimstone. And the dread judge has the key of hell. He shuts, and no man opens. In hell, you will be reserved in chains of darkness forever and ever. This place of atonement, of damned souls and misery, with nothing to relieve you, no comfort, but the everlasting, infinite convulsions of misery forever and ever and ever.
There's an interesting story that I remember hearing. I haven't verified it myself, but there's a story about one Christian. There was like a main town or village, and half of the Christians were meat eaters and half were vegetarians, and they were always arguing amongst themselves what is better, vegetarianism or eating meat. And then they called a town meeting into the town hall, and they set the time, and all the vegetarian Christians came on time, and they were all sitting and waiting in the church. And then the Christians came afterwards. They had already prepared the situation in such a way to get rid of their so-called problem. So they had barricaded the windows, and they shut the doors, and they lit the church on fire and burnt away their problem. So that's kind of an intense example, but the point is there that it's not so easy to say what is the original core teaching of Jesus. A lot of people even say that Paul kind of was the founder or father of the Catholic Church as we know it. Not as we know it, but as it became after the disappearance of Christ. So for those who people are starting to, like, for example, condemn Aaron Rodgers, though he's lost the plot before he was part of Christian Youth Ministries. But actually, he's showing himself to be becoming more open-minded, which is actually a positive thing. And he's not saying he has no faith in any deity, meaning any kind of God. He's just saying that he's questioning the exact precepts given in by his own Christian teachers. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's a good thing to have a questioning or inquisitive mind. That's actually the first step of spiritual advancement or spiritual growth, is atata brahma jigyasa, inquiring into the absolute. And him speaking like that is showing his inquisitive spirit. He's not denying any kind of faith. He's just saying that he's having difficulty accepting that faith that has been given down to him.
With nothing to relieve you, no comfort, but the everlasting, infinite convulsions of misery forever and ever and ever. And who is man to think he can withstand God's mighty wrath? Yea, he can lay the earth to pieces in one moment, or shatter the whole universe with one stroke of his fiery sword. This is the dismal case of every soul in this congregation who has not been born again, however moral or strict, sober, and religious you may otherwise be. There is no security for the wicked, because there are no visible signs of death at hand. Unconverted men walk over the pit of hell on a rotten covering. And there are innumerable places on this covering so weak, they will not bear their weight. A soul doomed to the everlasting bottomless pit of a divine wrath. Yes, death comes unexpectedly. Amen.